The statistics are staggering. 2/3 of American millennials can't identify exactly what Auschwitz is. Nearly a quarter say they've never heard of it. And yet the Nazi German death camp was responsible for the deaths of more than 1 million people, most of them Jews. It's not ancient history. The Holocaust only ended 73 years ago, just a couple of generations. There are still people alive today who are survivors or perpetrators. Yet, according to the Conference on Jewish Material Claims Against Germany, 70% of people believe fewer people care about the Holocaust than they used to. Those numbers have meaning.
The first step of another tragedy happening is forgetting something that happened in the past.
Before the Holocaust, there were roughly 16.6 million Jews in the world. 6 million, or about 1/3, were murdered. The number of Jews is climbing back to those pre-war levels, about 14 million today. But experts say, had the Holocaust never happened, as many as 32 million Jews could be alive today. So for those left, it's a history that must be passed on.
It's important to me to hear the survivors' stories, and then when I get older to show videos of the survivors to my children, and to make sure that they know that this was a real occurrence, that I met these people who went through this horror.
Those survivors know they don't have much time to tell their stories. That's why many survivors and teens choose to go on March of the Living together.
It's like our duty. I honestly feel like there's a need to go and understand the history and the shared history that we have.
The trip first brings them to Poland to witness the horrors of the Holocaust.
I really felt like a part of something. I felt like a part of a people, and I was doing something for my people, with my people.
They visit concentration camps and march with 15,000 people from Auschwitz to Birkenau.
This has been a tough week.
They learn what life was like before, during, and just after the Holocaust.
We've heard difficult stories about families being pulled apart. We are the lucky ones standing here today, and you are loved.
They see the past linked with the future.
The fifth day of liberation was a Friday, the day before the Jewish Sabbath. These people knew they were being recorded. They wanted the world to hear their voice. Listen.
The focus for survivors like Irving Roth is almost equally on remembering as it is prevention.
You got Judaism by osmosis 100 years ago. You don't do it by osmosis. When you go to Majdanek and see this bubble covering, and underneath it are tons of ashes of human beings, it becomes real. It's a visceral experience. And I think it's important to have that feeling. This is where it gets into your soul. From then on, when you see evil, and you understand the step-by-step process of how the Holocaust came to be, you'll be able to look out at anything happening in the world. You begin to understand that's a signpost along the road to Auschwitz.
Roth is concerned this could happen again, and he's not alone. The same survey found 58% of people think this could happen again, this time on U.S. soil. More than half say there are many neo-Nazis in America. He hopes he teaches those around him about personal ownership in these situations.
Say something. Do that in school, do that in the mall, and if it's happening halfway around the world, it's still our responsibility.